The burgeoning legend of a Hollywood lineage is again in the spotlight as Sandra Bullock's kid matures. From his early days in the spotlight to the present, he bears not just the burden of notoriety, but also unique traits that constantly remind him of his legendary mother. Amidst the glitz and splendor, concerns surface regarding how he forms his identity. We follow the fascinating journey of Sandra Bullock's kid as he navigates the pleasures and difficulties of growing up under the scrutinizing eye of the media. Come along as we get to know the man behind the well-known face and the distinctive career he's pursuing. Her upbringing was in Germany. The actress, born in Arlington, Virginia, toured Europe on July 26, 1964 with her parents. Her father, John W. Bullock, worked part-time as a vocal instructor while serving in the U.S. Army. Her mother, Helga Mathilde Meyer, was an opera singer. Bullock spent her first 12 years of life speaking German while living in Germany and Austria. The budding actress attended the Nuremberg Waldorf School to study dance and singing. Her first stage role was in an opera. Sandra's ability was initially shown to German audiences. In a minor role for an opera in Nuremberg, Bullock made her stage debut. Her early stage debut sparked a passion for performing, and she went on to perform frequently at the Strasstheater Nuremberg. Bullock may have a younger sister, however. Jacine Bullock Prado was vice president of Fortis Films, her sister's production firm. Sandra was a cheerleader. After traveling to North America, the Bullock family settled in the Washington, D.C. region. The Miss Congeniality actress fit right in at Washington Lee High School, where she went. Bullock would participate in theatrical plays and cheerleading. She planned to pursue acting at East Carolina University in Greenville, North Carolina, after graduating in 1982. Still, she dropped out of college, barely 3 credits short of a bachelor's degree. She came to New York with her big dreams. Bullock supported her dream of becoming an actress by working as a bartender while residing in the Big Apple. The Crash actress studied acting during that time, and soon after she was cast in an off-Broadway play. After that, she appeared in the play No Time Flat, and her performance was so good that she could secure representation. Her early acting career consisted primarily of bit roles in B-movies and television shows. Her career began in television. She obtained representation after signing with an agency and making cameos in indie films and TV series. In 1989, she was cast in the television movie Bionic Showdown, The $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. This resulted in her being cast as Tess McGill in the brief NBC television series based on the movie Working Girl. After that, Bullock had several cinematic appearances until becoming well-known for the first time in 1993 with a supporting part in Demolition Man. Her major discovery. Bullock was a contender for the Annie Porter part before Ellen DeGeneres and Halle Berry were chosen for the popular film Speed. To ensure solid chemistry between the actor and actress, the Virginia native would read for the role alongside co-star Keanu Reeves. In an Entertainment Weekly interview, she recollects that they had to perform all these physical scenes together, rolling around on the floor and stuff. Everyone advised her not to assume the role too quickly. A piece from People magazine appeared in 1995. Bullock, who spoke to one of her hometown newspapers, was quoted in it. "Everyone told me not to do Speed. I mean, it looked like I'd be just the girl, but I've learned to do things by instinct," the quoted person stated. Perhaps she would not have gotten even more significant roles if she had backed out of the job. Then came a run of successful movies after Speed. Bullock quickly became known as a top actress in Hollywood after her remarkable performance. She was nominated for her first Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Musical or Comedy for a performance in While You Were Sleeping. She appeared in a few more of his films in the 1990s, such as The Net and A Time to Kill. Bullock had an appearance in 28 Days as an alcoholic newspaper journalist who was taken to treatment to broaden her dramatic range. She's sorry to have made a Speed sequel. The actress wished someone had advised her against creating a Speed sequel. She only consented to star in Speed 2 to secure funding for Hope Floats, her upcoming movie. The Golden Globe nominee informed the nation about her thoughts on the film. "I've always been at the helm of what I do. There's never been anything that someone said I think you should do, except for Speed 2, which I wish someone would have done." After Miss Congeniality, Bullock gave a short pause. In the popular film Miss Congeniality, Bullock played an FBI agent who went undercover in the Miss United States Beauty competition. The actress would receive a second Golden Globe nomination for the role of Best Actress, Musical, or Comedy. The Virginia native came back to acting in 2002 after a brief hiatus. She appeared in the film Murder by Numbers when she played a detective tasked with finding two thrill seekers. While working on Two If by Sea, Bullock discovered she was allergic to an animal. Thanks to Speed, the actress was basking in her newfound celebrity. However, she discovered she had allergies when making Two If by Sea after acting in the film. Bullock and Dennis Leary starred in the romantic comedy from 1996. Regretfully, it was found that she was allergic to horses during the filming of a sequence involving them. To further aggravate the injury, the film had the worst global premiere for the actress before the release of Our Brand is Crisis. When she dated Ryan Gosling, Hugh Grant made fun of her. Bullock met Tate Donovan on the Love Potion No. 9 set, and the two got engaged at one point. The actor of 28 Days started dating Canadian Ryan Gosling after their engagement ended. Their dating relationship lasted more than a year despite their 16-year age gap, but it was enough time for her co-star on 2 weeks' notice to make fun of her for it. Hugh Grant dubbed Gosling the Child and used to act like a baby to agitate her. She made it out of a plane crash. Bullock was traveling over the holidays in the year 2000 when her then-boyfriend, musician Bob Schneider, the newlyweds, and two members were on board when their plane went off the runway. Fortunately, none of them was harmed in what could have been a deadly plane crash in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, a snowbound vacation town. It's thought that the pilot might have mistaken a set of ground lights due to confusion caused by the dangerous circumstances. She detests musicals. This is a fascinating irony. In an interview with Harper's Bazaar, Bullock spoke about her musical background and her parents' jobs. The actress is in a children's choir, but she will never set foot in a musical theater. She expressed her opinion on musicals by stating unequivocally how much she detests them. It's hardly surprising that the actress has acted in so many drama and comedy movies. Jesse James and she wed on July 16, 2005. In 2005, Bullock tied the knot with Jesse James, the host of Jesse James is a Dead Man and Monster Garage, and a motorbike builder. Bullock set up the meeting of James and her 10-year-old godson as a Christmas gift, which is how they first got together. Bullock and James got into a custody dispute with James' second ex-wife, adult film star Janine Lindemulder, in November 2009. After that, Bullock and James were granted complete custody of James's daughter, who's 5 years old. Bullock made another breakthrough in The Blind Side. In the film, the actress played Leah Ann Toey, a mother and wife who adopts Michael Oher into their household. Bullock received widespread praise for the moving true story drama. She also won an Academy Award for Best Actress for her performance. Bullock would win Best Actress in a drama at the Golden Globes as well. Bullock mostly left the Hollywood limelight for a while after her success. 2013 saw her incredible comeback. Bullock made her big-screen comeback with The Heat's box office success. In this buddy cop comedy, the two played mismatched law enforcement officers trying to take down a drug kingpin alongside Melissa McCarthy. Though the film was well-received by critics, Bullock and McCarthy's performances and relationship were particularly noteworthy. Thanks to the movie, the actress was able to reclaim her place in the Hollywood industry. Sandra says Louis is a really intelligent young man. Louis Bardo Bullock, Sandra's kid, is maturing quickly. A few years ago, this picture shows a mother and boy in a boat at the 70th Venice International Film Festival in Venice, Italy. Bullock informed Hoda Kotb about her first encounter with her son and expressed her belief that he's a wise old soul. "It's like he fit in the crook of my arm," she replied. "He looked me in the eyes and he was just wise. My child was wise." Another fantastic movie was made possible by the heat. Bullock had greater luck in the same year. In Gravity, she played the major role of an astronaut and medical engineer. In addition to grossing over $720 million at the global box office, the movie earned Bullock a second Academy Award nomination. She also received the 2013 Entertainer of the Year award from Entertainment Weekly. For her roles in The Proposal and The Blind Side, she was awarded the same accolades in 2008. 2015 saw Bullock star in her highest-grossing movie to date. In Minions, the multifaceted actress ultimately gave voice to Scarlet Overkill, the antagonist. With a global total of almost $1.159 billion, the 3D computer-animated comedy brought in $336 million in North America and $823.4 million in other markets. The Oscar-winning actress's highest-grossing film to date was that one. The same year, Bullock acted in the drama Our Brand is Crisis as an executive producer and political strategist hired to help win a Bolivian presidential race. Bullock gave up her career in film and came back in 2018. Bullock took a much-needed break after the Our Brand is Crisis commercial fiasco. The all-female Ocean's 8 spin-off of the Ocean's 11 franchise marked the return of Entertainment Weekly's Entertainer of the Year. The actress performed as Danny Ocean's sister, Debbie, who organized a heist at the yearly Met Gala in New York City. Despite earning over $297 million worldwide, the movie's reviews were largely negative. Her most recent film, Bird Box, is currently creating a lot of talks. Since its debut, the Netflix film has generated a lot of buzz. Danish filmmaker Stephanie Beer has previously created other suspenseful films. She created a similar level of suspense in the television series The Night Manager, which starred Hugh Laurie and Tom Hiddleston. With over 45 million views in just 7 days, Bird Box scored the highest 7-day viewership of any of Netflix's original films, and the streaming service announced a week following the film's premiere. In reality, Bullock was blindfolded while filming. Yes, it's correct, the actress's face was authentically blindfolded. The Oscar winner disclosed that she saw at least half of the film with her eyes blindfolded. In addition, Bullock kept bumping against the camera when recording her sequences. In an interview with the BBC, the filmmaker discussed the actress further. Beer disclosed that anytime Bullock declined to make punctures in her blindfold, she would have sleepless nights. Her dedication to the part is amazing in an era of computer-generated imagery. In sequences in which Bullock ran while carrying her kids, she took off a portion of her blindfold. In an interview with Ellen DeGeneres, Bullock raised an intriguing point. She claimed that she took extra care to avoid bumping into objects or hitting trees while jogging with boy and girl in those instances. Anytime I had the kids and I had to run, I had the crew eliminate one layer of the blindfold so I could see outlines, Bullock explained. For safety reasons, the kids were also glued to her. Bullock was not amused at all throughout filming. Bullock acknowledged to People magazine that there was one aspect of filming Bird Box that she didn't love. The actress disliked feeling afraid on set, and neither did her co-star Sarah Paulson. "I don't like to be scared. I hate being scared," she stated. "I hate people who think it's funny to stand behind doors and scare you because they know that you hate being scared." A scene that was removed shows how the creatures appeared. The animals attacking humans who open their eyes are never shown to viewers, but screenwriter Eric Heiserer of Bird Box revealed one thing to bloody disgusting. In the movie, the animals were practically visible. Bullock was first startled by the animals, but Beer claimed that they soon made her giggle every time. Bullock informed the same media outlet that it was a green man with a horrible baby face. It was snake-like. Sandra Bullock contributed to George Lopez's TV debut. The majority of us have woken up in the middle of the night to see the opening titles of George Lopez on television. It turns out that Sandra Bullock is genuinely to blame for it. George Lopez was a comic in Southern California's comedy clubs in the early 1990s. Bullock was searching for Latino talent at the same time to include in a program that would raise awareness of Latinos in America. In the year 2000, Bullock saw Lopez perform live and then went backstage to discuss a possible concert. Since then, they've maintained a close friendship. One of the most well-known Latino sitcoms on American television is now George Lopez, but the relationship between Lopez and Bullock was also an excellent outcome. If it weren't for her involvement in me or her belief in me, I would have had a very different last 10 years. She invested in me and wouldn't take no for an answer. And with that, and just who she has my undying love and loyalty, Lopez stated in 2011. Her present to him is quite retro. Sandra Bullock and George Lopez have been close friends since she assisted at the beginning of his Hollywood career in the year 2000. Bullock handed Lopez his first BlackBerry phone as one of his first presents. On it, she wrote him a note that said, "If you ever need me, I'm your big sister. I'll be the bad guy if you ever need me to be the bad guy." Had she been the millionaire baby? Sandra Bullock spent years trying to get $1 Million Baby into production. Studios at the time were just not interested in the tale of a female boxer. So Bullock was preoccupied with filming Miss Congeniality 2. Following that, Clint Eastwood and Hilary Swank joined the $1 Million Baby project. The latter went on to win an Oscar for the part. In response to whether she was disappointed with the outcome, Bullock stated, "When things like that happen, that's the way they're supposed to be." She accepted her Razzie with pride. Given that The Blind Side was released in the same year as All About Steve, you may not be familiar with Sandra Bullock from that film. However, Bullock attended the ceremony to accept her award after receiving a nomination for Worst Actress at the Golden Raspberry Awards for All About Steve. Bullock, however, had no ill will since the next evening she was awarded the Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in The Blind Side. Sandra Bullock admits she used needles. Sandra Bullock sent a Chinese herbalist and acupuncturist to the set of Murder by Numbers in order to help the crew and actors decompress. Given that Bullock divulged one of her anti-aging secrets to the crew, we can assume that everyone was feeling and looking fantastic in no time. There are rumors that Bullock needs acupuncture on set before agreeing to work on a film, and that she receives treatment at least 3 times a week. The ultimate romantic partner was Hugh Grant. Sandra Bullock's career was taking off, and she shot a lot of romantic comedies. Before deciding to concentrate on taking on more serious jobs, the genre quickly became what she was known for. 2 Weeks' Notice, starring Hugh Grant, was the last romantic comedy she filmed. Bullock said to Vogue about the role, "I had the ultimate romantic partner in Hugh Grant, so I've done that nice chapter in my life, which is closed." Because it wasn't stereotypical, she took the heat. Alongside Melissa McCarthy, Sandra Bullock returned to the movie office in 2013 with The Heat. Bullock was delighted to work on the popular picture because it was a story about 2 women and had nothing to do with stereotypes. "I've always wanted to do a female buddy film, the kind the guys get to do. This didn't have anything to do with getting a guy, and it didn't involve shoe shopping," she stated to Parade. Sandra and Keanu were attached to one another. Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves acknowledged that their affection for one another went beyond simple friendship during the making of Speed. Nothing happened, according to both actors, because they never told each other at the time. But much later, Reeves admitted to Ellen DeGeneres, "She obviously didn't know I had a crush on her either." The successful movie Speed catapulted Reeves and Bullock to A-list stardom. But what if they'd also gotten together? Her first Bird Box passed away. Bullock subsequently disclosed that after reading the script, she had second thoughts about playing Mallory Hayes. Actually, the first time it was presented to her, she declined it. She remembers that she didn't feel comfortable in the role. In the end, Bullock believed that it was an engaging narrative and agreed to act in the movie, telling Deadline, "I don't relate to someone who doesn't want to be a mother," she said. "I don't relate to someone who isn't warm and can't love freely." Bullock and Reeves hinted at a potential Speed 3. Even after all these years, Bullock still seems to be thinking about Keanu Reeves. 1994 saw the debut of the action thriller Speed, and 1997 saw the release of Speed 2. Bullock said afterward that she was sorry to make the follow-up. Reeves wasn't in it either. Bullock described imagining a Speed 3 with Reeves in an Entertainment Tonight interview. "We'll be old and in the bus where they have that lift for the older people. We'll be an old married couple." Bullock acknowledges a chemistry with Reeves, but he's unavailable. Fans can witness Bullock and Reeves together in other movies besides Speed. They appeared together in The Lake House in 2006 as well. Bullock and Reeves played love interests in the romantic drama, demonstrating their chemistry once more. They even took home the 2006 Teen Choice Award for Best Lip Lock. Bullock may have known about Reeves' girlfriend, who was kept secret at the time, when she said, "He doesn't need anybody's help. Nope, he's good," in response to the question of who she'd set Reeves up with. In November 2019, following the interview, Reeves disclosed his relationship with girlfriend Alexandra Grant. Her partner is Brian Randall. Bullock hired Brian Randall to shoot pictures for her son's 5th birthday celebration in early 2015, which is how she got to know her current beau. Bullock and Randall clicked immediately when a mutual acquaintance recommended that Randall take the pictures. Nevertheless, she sidestepped the topic when questioned about her romantic life during a red carpet interview. They've remained together ever since, though. Bullock claims that Brian is a wonderful father figure to her 2 children. An insider told Closer Weekly the kids adore Brian. Her other hand is holding a rock, while her boyfriend is sporting a wedding band. In spite of the fact that Bullock and Brian Randall have not made their engagement or marriage public, Brian Randall has been seen out and about with a wedding band on his ring finger. Bullock has been spotted with a big ring on her other hand as well. A source told Closer, "They don't talk about their relationship status that much, but it's pretty clear what they have is a very special bond. Brian proudly wears a wedding band on his wedding finger, and there's no doubt that he's Lois and Layla's dad." Some of their pals believe they're already wed. Many of their pals believe that Brian Randall and his partner may have secretly tied the knot because he wears a wedding band. An insider told E! News, "Many think that they may have previously been married but decided to keep it hidden because Bullock has experienced the burden of having a public relationship in the past. They're soulmates. Their love is pretty intense. If they do get married, it will be private and under the radar. That's just the kind of couple they are," according to one insider. Twice, she was recognized as the highest-paid actress. It's no secret that Sandra Bullock, an A-list actress, makes a healthy living. However, she also earns among the highest salaries of any actress worldwide. She was the highest-paid actress in the world in 2010 and again in 2014. At the box office, more than 15 of her movies have made $100 million. Bullock's track record of hits, which includes Speed, The Heat, and Miss Congeniality, allows her to secure high-paying contracts. Bullock received $20 million in 2013, which is twice as much as the average performer in Gravity. Her $250 net worth is impressive. Due to her considerable success, Sandra Bullock's net worth is projected to be $250 million as of November 2020. She's earned handsomely as an actress and producer on films like Our Brand is Crisis and Bird Box. Demonstrating that lucrative contracts truly do make a big difference, Bullock also collected 15% of Gravity's box office receipts, netting her an extra $50 million. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon